Okay, happy Friday. It's Friday when I'm filming this, Friday 14 October 2022. The topic for this video is my experience with the deletion process on Wikipedia. So this is a Wikipedia specific video. It'll go on my Wikipedia specific playlist on YouTube, which contains information about my writing and publishing on Wikipedia and my experience with doing that. And so I'm going to go through my experience. So instead of musing, I'm going to just talk through. I have 6 articles here, or draft articles, that I have encountered the deletion process in some form with. And so I'm going to go through them one by one and kind of provide what happened, kind of thing. So I'm going to start with draft Kaique Alves. I did not make this article, so it's a draft article in draft space on Wikipedia, and somebody else made it. I was gonna make a page, but then I searched, and I think Wikipedia even showed there was a draft. Like, I went to make it, but then they were like, "There's a draft." Kaique Alves, might want to check that out before. Sometimes the draft isn't for the thing one might be making a page for, because there might be like more than one person with the same name, for example. But I was like, okay, I'll go check this out. And I was like, sure enough, this is the same person. I'll just put all the stuff that the stuff that I have that's not on that page, draft article, I'll put on there. So put it on there. And the person who had made the page submitted a article for creation submission. So asking for someone to review it and get feedback, accept, decline, reject, something like that. I think it was not accepted, it was declined, and which means the page gets deleted if the concerns raised in the review process are not addressed. I think there is a rejection option. The rejection, I think, is the speedy one. So it's like, it can be outright rejected and just like deleted right away. That did not happen for this page. It got declined and it's still around. And I think that was like half a year ago or some. It's been several months since that verdict was relayed, shared, multiple months, and it was declined and it's still there. So I think, if I'm interpreting the situation correctly, the page could not get deleted if somebody came along and addressed the concerns. So like, let's say Kaique Alves swam in the championships, won a gold medal, and had a bunch of articles published about him, and he was the headliner. The page this draft article that's currently been declined, it might be in queue for being deleted, might not actually get deleted if the concern for that page, this article, was that there were like, it needed more sources, and like sources that were about the subject of the page, that featured him like more pronouncedly, like in the article or in the headline, that kind of thing. It needed sources like that, references like that. And so if those were added for information that's already there, or more information was added plus those references, kind of thing, then because it's still around, I'm gonna guess somebody could say resubmit it. I'm not certain about that, but I would guess that's to be true. So if the concerns are not addressed, based on my understanding of, I've gone through and read about article for creation submissions and like how it works, and like they have pages on how it works on Wikipedia and stuff, and I think it gets deleted. So then like the information I've contributed, the page gets deleted, and all the edits on the page, the article get deleted. So it's looking like this is getting deleted pending no change, kind of thing. All right, up next is Alicia plus Keys, or maybe they just changed their mind. Maybe the reviewer comes back and is like, you know what, never mind, we're gonna pass it. It can be an article. At least there's sources and there's information. And he competed at the NCAA championships. He competed and won a medal at a world championships. You know what? It's okay. But as of now, that's not the direction it's heading. Up next is Alicia plus Keys World Tour. This started off as Alicia, the World Tour. This one was nominated for deletion. It was, I think and then it didn't get deleted. It happened. This was like, the deletion concerns around this one were kind of like sourcing, and so having enough like sources. But then also, it was the article I created in January 2020, and COVID-19 was already spreading. So I think it was it was references for the page, but also COVID-19 spreading, and if this becomes a pandemic, is there really going to be a concert tour if it's a bad enough pandemic? So I think it was a combination of those things that might have been reframed as it needs references, right? Like, okay, this conference tour might not happen. What's the real problem with the article, right? On Wikipedia, they're concerned about whether the thing happens or not, right? This is an event thing, a concert tour. However, at the end of the day, Wikipedia is a publisher, and this is an article, Alicia Keys World Tour. The article I created is an article. So they want to make sure the article is good enough to stay. And so at the very least, there needs to be reference. So it might have been kind of reframed that way. Those were two ongoing things with that. It did not end up getting deleted. I added references and the concert tour happened. So both those things that were concerns were addressed. And the page is still there. It came back. It was so it was converted to a redirect after it was announced it would not happen due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and converted to a redirect, and then happened. Had the concert tour not happened, well, I think it was more of the next concert tour Alicia Keys does. It will be this page. You just change the name of the page, which is what happened. So the page was not deleted. So I think there was kind of it's here to stay even if the name of the article does not stay the same kind of thing. And it didn't. It was converted to a redirect, which means the text is removed and it points to another article. It's like you click on a link, but it takes you a different article, and there might be like a redirect thing. Yeah. And then, but then it was restored in full, and the name changed when the name of the concert tour changed. And it was a different concert tour than originally planned because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Like, it was 2 albums, Alicia and Keys. There were like 2 albums instead of, it was just going to be 1 album. All right. Next up, third example is Meghan Dressel. So this is a page, an article I created, a past review. It was nominated for a deletion before it passed review, and then it passed review, and then it was converted into a redirect. So it's really easy to remove a redirect. I've done that on mineral articles on Wikipedia, removed redirects. However, the concern was on the references used. Like, it cited, she had an article about her in like People magazine. She was in Parade magazine, which is really, at least in my experience, those tend to be very large, very notable sources. And somebody called them tabloids, and nobody really addressed that. Like, Wikipedia actually declared it as a good reference, like People magazine, for example. And I was like, clearly this person has not ever read up on what it means to be a reliable source, or even checked the list of perennial sources. So I was like, you know what? This person is worthless, the one nominating it for deletion, so I'm not even going to respond to them. I mean, I made the page in the first place. I did not make the page to get deleted, duh, kind of thing. So like, they're not worth my time, and they did not win, right? They were trying to get it deleted, and it did not happen. So it's still there. Somebody could easily remove the redirect. However, I have not, and I would caution not doing that unless there's some sort of change, or the feedback from the person. I would address that. Like, if you want to bring the Meghan Dressel article back and remove the redirect and restore the information, I would at least address the person's feedback. And you can cite a Wikipedia notability criteria. So this was converted to a redirect because the person said the person, Meghan Dressel, was not notable. That's why this article got converted to a redirect. So they tried to delete it, and it was unsuccessful. Up next, these two go together. The 2020